Good morning, everyone. What is happening? All right. So we had a weekend. We had more baseball. It's fantastic. Cheers. Good morning. Oh man. So we have a lot of fun guys doing interesting things right now. We also have some disappointments. I'm excited. This is kind of like the second half of it now, right? Like you get to the 4 and the 5s inside of rotations, and we start to figure out this week who was on a pitch count last week, who is actually having lower velocity, all that stuff. What is really shocking to me so far is we haven't really seen like that guy that we have to pick up yet. There's always someone every year that's like, oh my lord, how could I have not picked up that guy? And you went and killed it, and it's like, okay, we've run to the wire. Do we run to the wire? Do we go and get him? Do we not? We don't really have that, I don't think, this year. At least not yet. It's because we're so unbelievably prepared. No, it's it's an interesting season so far. Shohei was scary last night, like scary good, right? Sardina. He was super fun to watch. It's like it's Shohei Ohtani, Happy Monday, Custom Stash. Good to see you back, man. Good to see you back. I was really tired yesterday trying to write the roundup. Oh man, that was like the first night of me like, hey, I'm writing the roundup at night. I gotta power through this one. I hope I didn't have like any like typos or anything like that. Your pitching staff is in shambles. Custom Stash, no, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to have a pitching staff in shambles. Not good at all. Yeah, he was boss. That's exactly right. Oh my god, so good. So good. Yeah, I mix water and coffee. I don't know if you guys do that too. But like I know I'm dehydrated, but I also need coffee. It's not a great mix. So anyway, we're gonna get going with this pretty soon actually. Should I snag Kopech for some upside? I don't think so. I don't think he's in the rotation right now. They're just using him as a reliever. Unless I missed some news that I'm going to check. And I'm so happy. Shelly Versterate, you're awesome. Shelly let me know that NBC Edge put out their news app. And this is what I used to use. It was the old Roto World one. And it's so good. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the first pitch, is essentially reading this and making sure I don't miss anything. It really is a fantastic app. If you haven't got it, I mean, I'm all for like promoting the things that I use. NBC Edge app is super super good. But Ohtani MVP at 1800 plus. I mean, not gonna happen. It's just he's not gonna survive enough, I don't think. And good morning, KJ. Yeah, Trevor Rogers goes today. I was going to also watch Drew Smiley, but the Nationals. Ugh, super annoying. Super, super morning. Annoying. Hey, what's up, Sperry? Good to see you. I'm going to ignore the second half of that. I'm going to ignore it. Oh, man. So I hope everybody isn't feeling like it's the Monday. My God, this is the worst. Hope you had a wonderful Easter. It's kind of interesting. I'm a very, very, very lucky guy in that there's sometimes I look forward to Monday. I want to get the list out. I want to do the podcast with Fast. I want to get going with these things. I feel like in rhythm almost when I'm like doing the roundup in this morning stream. I love this morning stream. This is super fun. But all right, I'm going to actually, I think, jump in to the process of making the First Pitch podcast today. I've noticed in like so far doing these, I've been like a little bit behind. Like I generally I want the podcast no later than 9:30 out, but sometimes like 9:15. And that streaming article won't be done by 10. It goes out on the site at 10:40, but I want to give the editor some time, all that kind of stuff. So I want to see if I can pull that off today. So let's start up the process, the wonderful, wonderful process that is Nick makes notes for the list. Nope, not the list. Nope, messed that up. It's still early. Makes notes for the podcast. Okay. By the way, as always, leave your questions here. I will be obviously sticking some at the end of the stream. All right. Just want to double check a few things. Cool. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh man, I messed up my camera. Look at that. How could I do that? Oh. Should I be worried about X picture? Hey, Mos, you are entertaining. Okay. So, Tim Anderson pulled with hamstring. Oh boy. Shohei Ohtani pulled after Jose Abreu slid into his leg. He also hit a bomb. All right. Widener. Yep. All right. Okay, so the Braves and Nationals game is postponed. Man, Julian Merriweather is legit, y'all. I'm very much a believer. I mean, as far as the skill set goes, like throwing 99 and the 79 mile per hour changeup, it's like, what the hell? It's really, really ridiculous. Why did Buxton get removed? Oh, okay, cool. He's fine on COVID-related illness. Hey, what's up, Havoc Hurler? Good to see you, man. We're going to have to be doing that for a long time. Calling illnesses non-COVID illness. Oh, man, Austin Hayes got a hamstring injury? Tony Gonsolin on the IL. Wow. That stinks. Man. Does give more clarity to people. Brian Hayes. Christian Walker's okay. Robbie Ray. Is almost back. And I'll mention that expect Kyle Schwarber. Cool. Don't get dehydrated. I hate dehydrated like Buxton. Was that what it was? It was just dehydration? I mean, they're just saying it was a non-COVID related illness. Whitgren or Merriweather? I think I personally believe it's going to be Merriweather, but I would talk to I am Rick Graham. And also, if you guys don't know, one of the cool things we added last year that we've improved upon this year is our daily bullpen depth charts. We called it relievers to stream for wins and saves. It's the same concept, but we just feel like it's more straightforward with like it's your bullpen depth chart. It's updated every single day. I mean, it's ridiculous. So that they do like they say like, hey, who has pitched 2 straight days or who could be getting a day off or all that kind of stuff inside of an article every morning. It's inside the Daily Fix. You guys should be 100% checking that out if you have any reliever questions. You can also reply to it. You'll get, like, leave a comment and you'll get the writer to answer your questions. And also, if you ever, I mean, pretty much what I always do, if I have a reliever question, I just go to Rick Graham. I am Rick Graham on Twitter. I've been saying his name a lot recently. It's because it's just, like, I get a reliever question. I just listen to Rick Graham. He's incredible at this. Podcast question: is Jake Arrieta someone worth rostering? Cool. Yeah, I'll bring him up inside the podcast. Good stuff, Custom Stash. Dylan Cease, not who we thought he was, or I guess maybe he is. He's exactly who we thought he was. Pop rocks. It's the same old Dylan Cease right now. Oh no. Oh man, poor guy. That's no fun. Yeah, I'll leave it as ambiguous inside of the podcast for his sake. Man, wow. Oh no, that's not. Never mind. Oh, that stinks. Okay, I think fast covered that though. All right, so I got my notes. So I'm actually pretty easy to jump into this pretty fast, which is pretty cool. Nick, double checking what Sperry wrote before reading it out loud. Oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. I actually looked at Rick Graham today. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Rick Graham has been here since I want to say like 2015, maybe 2016. And he has been unbelievable. Hey, I followed it all. And I very much appreciate both of you, Sperry and Ben Brown. So what I do now, I have my hitter blurbs from Scott Chu, because he is dope. I should probably do a test run first. Cedric Mullins made a change this spring by focusing on hitting exclusive from the left side. If being a switch hitter has certainly paid early dividends. His 9 hits in 3 games is tied for the most in baseball, and his 3 doubles on Sunday put him in just one short of the number of doubles he had in his 48 games back in 2020. Mullins could be very interesting fantasy outfield due to his power and speeds. This is definitely someone to keep an eye on. Cedric Mullins. Jared Walsh. Oh, yeah. How can you not mention Walsh? Oh, I love Chew. He's mentioning Mullins, Walsh, and Luis Arias. Exactly the kind of fringe things you need for the podcast. You don't need to hear about, I don't know, Nelson Cruz or something like that. Good. All right. And then Arias. Oh, right. Yeah. Josh Donaldson's out. Cool. And then I got to get my SP roundup and start pulling things in. Man, I got to tell you guys, one of the coolest things this year is Justin Paradis's graphics for SB roundups. It does add a touch of stress because I feel so bad if I don't have like I have to come up with the headline and the picture before I write the roundup, which is a little different because sometimes I've discovered things as I do the roundup that I then want to make him the lead. But the result is like you get this amazing graphic. Like, how amazing is it? It's so good. Chris Paddock's curveball because he doesn't have it. It's not a pitch that's I don't know, in rhythm for him. Oh, I didn't put the line for Zach Eflin. Oh man, I'm stupid. I gotta. How can I do that? All right, sorry guys. I gotta add a line. There you go. We're going to make this also golden. Gotta do that. So we have a system inside of our back end where I see the line, but I forgot that you guys can't see that line, like the stats for the first person. So I realize now that, like, oh, right, you guys need to see this inside the article. So that's on me. The Eflin graphic is really, really good. Okay, that's Zach Eflin. Sure, I'll bring up Ohtani quickly. Dylan Cease, yep. Taylor Widener needs some sort of appreciation for that line. TJ Zoik, no. Should I mention Jeff Hoffman? No. Ian Anderson, no. Pineda, I mean, this is kind of what you expect from Pineda, kind of what you expect from Urias, Gomber, Scoobs. Yeah, I want to bring up the fact that he's not throwing. He's not there yet. Lyles is fascinating. Like, you guys know me. My favorite things are when a pitcher is doing something new that I did not expect them to do and are having success with it. Especially a guy who's outside like the top 30 or something like that. And Jordan Lyles, oh man, he threw a slider 29% of the time for 36% CSW. What? Jordan Lyles, you're a fastball curveball guy. Oh, Rusa didn't go to Hendricks? Honestly, I love the fact that Madden left Ohtani in. This is something that, like, Ohtani's gonna have to learn, you know. And I know this is, like, not typical, but I kind of love the fact that, like, Joe Madden says, "Screw it, guys. Like, I'm sick and tired of us trying to, like, baby Ohtani because we're just not gonna get." We're always going to be babying him forever, and he's still going to be hurt and stuff. Let's just try and treat him like a proper player at this point. And that was like a proper player. I would probably say, like, yeah, you probably should have taken him out for the sake of the game. But as far as, like, the pitches, and it's also like, hey, Ohtani, you have to get this experience of getting yourself out of jams and everything. You haven't really dealt with this yet. I kind of dig it. I feel like it was an opportunity for Ohtani that Madden wanted to give him early in the season. So I know as far as, like, trying to win the game, not great, but, like, I think it's cool. It's a day late, but can we talk about Tyler Anderson's CSWs on Saturday? Well, I imagine Fast talked about it. What was it? What was he doing that was so ridiculous? That was like, wait, what? How are you doing this? Normally it was his fastball. I think it was a slider. What did man, I'm already getting hit with this. With, like, how am I forgetting what I wrote yesterday morning? How, okay. Oh, right. I remember this now. Cutters were low for Tyler Anderson. Fastballs were up. He actually did kind of a decent BSB with it. As Backstreet Boy. Sorry. No, the Blake Snell blueprint. I don't think it's going to stick with Tyler Anderson, but I'm glad it worked for his sake. It's pretty cool to see it. Urquidy threw 101 pitches. That's all that matters there. Chris Paddock, yeah, I feel like we got to talk about Paddock. Hauser, no. Zach Davies, no. Mitch Keller, not really. I mean, I'll touch on it quickly. Domingo Herman, yeah. Oh, man. Fast is like, Nick, choose 5 guys. I'm like, no. There are so many interesting things. Actually, you know what? I'll not mention Herman. Bruce Zimmerman is fascinating. That was a really good start for him. Martinez, no. Minaya, no. Singer, no. Richards, I mean, I'll just say, yeah, okay. And then streamer for today. Mark with the weather. One of my favorite things to say. My streaming pick today is who? It's Carlos Rodon. Cool. All right. Let's get to this. Is there anything else I'm missing? Okay, let's take a question or two from you guys. Honestly, we're not going to see many changes of like it. I know a lot of people are excited about the first edition of the list, but really the one that I think matters is like a week or two, because not everyone has pitched yet, and I'm not going to move guys in the top 30 still. I know Logan Webb is really frustrating. He's frustrating with you. How do we feel about Morejon today? Okay. I will feature that one, Jay. And I'll take one more question from you guys. Were we wrong about the Royals pitching or wrong about the Rangers offense? That's a good question. Actually, I'm not going to answer that because I don't know enough about the Rangers offense yet. I got to look that stuff up. But my instinct is a little bit of both. Maybe the Rangers aren't as bad as I thought they were. But, I mean, also the Royals. I mean, Mike Minor pitched well. I know it's 400 runs, but Mike Minor pitched well. Brady Singer's kind of whatever. Brad Keller's kind of whatever. Are we starting Rogers today? By the way, just so you guys know, it's Trevor Rogers is questionable, and so is Adrian Morejon. Generally, if you're in questionable, it's completely nuanced about your situation and everything. I like to think I'm starting Trevor Rogers because it's fun, but we'll see. Is there an advanced version of CSW that adjusts for opponent or values 3-0 call strike different than 2-2? There is not. We've explored some ideas of CSW that like is opponent based. With CSW Plus, if you look up that article, if you actually just search for articles, Colin and Charles put out some interesting ones about it. Oh, sweet. Yeah, they did the same thing with Ian Anderson. How cool is that, right? Like, I'm in complete shock about it all still. It is really, really cool. It makes me feel like I'm not delusional, if that makes sense. You know, there are a lot of things that we do and we say like this thing is really cool, and we think like it should be mentioned a lot, and most of the time it's not. But I felt very strongly about CSW, and it's wild to see like the community all be like, oh yeah, we agree, we think it's really cool too. So that was a really cool thing, and yeah, it's wild, guys. It's wild. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Indigo Apple. Oh yeah, I know it's also Wygan B and Alan Vaughn. Thanks a lot. You guys are great. All right, I'm gonna get to this podcast because I want to get this out by like 9:15 or 9:20 if I can. Here we go. Your time is now 8:55. That's right. That is. So I gotta get going. Yeah, guys, keep me on a thing. Like, make sure I'm recording before 9 o'clock, if you can do that. Speedbender, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the follow. Pineda's a thing as long as he's getting good starts, and he's still getting good starts. So we keep that going. All right. Here we go, guys. Gotta bring the energy now. Gotta hydrate. Here we go. What is happening? Welcome to the First Pitch Podcast, your morning podcast from pitcherless.com. My name is Nick Pollock. Today's April 5th. I am live on Twitch, and we are going to talk about baseball. Tim Anderson pulled his hamstring yesterday. Nope, that's not right. He was pulled with hamstring tightness. I can do this. Tim Anderson was pulled with hamstring tightness in yesterday's game. Shohei Ohtani was pulled after Jose Abreu slid into his leg. He also hit a bomb, and it was ridiculous. But today's Braves and Nationals game has been postponed due to COVID. And if they do play tomorrow, that is on Tuesday, expect Kyle Schwarber, John Lester, Josh Harrison, and Alex Avila to be out of that game. Byron Buxton was removed from yesterday's game with a non-COVID illness. Don't worry about that long term. Austin Hayes is dealing with a hamstring injury. A lot of hamstring injuries. It's very, very frustrating. Tony Gonsolin is on the 10-day IL with shoulder inflammation. Keep in mind, that does put a little bit more security with Dustin May, especially with David Price not performing well inside of Coors earlier this weekend. So Dustin May could get more opportunities in the rotation. For now, we'll see how this pans out. I can say pans out. Plans out. We'll see how this pans out. Brian Hayes hit the 10-day IL with a wrist injury, and Robbie Ray is, quote, really close to returning to the Jays. I don't think I would start him right away. That's a wait-and-see situation, but hey, I'm happy to see that Ray could be returning soon. Hitting performances from yesterday's games, courtesy of Scott Chu. Cedric Mullins III went 5 for 5 with 3 doubles, 3 runs, and a walk. Mullins made a change this spring by focusing on hitting exclusively from the left side instead of being a switch hitter, and has certainly paid early dividends. His 9 hits in 3 games is tied for the most in baseball, and his 3 doubles on Sunday put him just one short of the number of doubles he hit in 48 games in 2020. Mullins could be a very interesting fantasy outfielder due to his power and speed, so this is definitely someone to keep an eye on. Jared Walsh went 2 for 4 with 2 home runs for RBI and a walk. The Angels have 2 two-way players on their roster, and both of them found time to shine on the big stage last night. The lesser-known Walsh, a former 39th round pick in the MLB draft, hit 2 key home runs in the second half of the game to drive his team to victory. He's set to get the lion's share of the at-bats at first base, and after a night like that, it's easy to see why. Walsh has hit 5th in both of his starts and is building a case for even shallow league relevance as a corner infielder or second utility bat early in the season. And then lazy tongue hitting me. And then there's Luis Arias, 3 for 3 with a double, a run, and 2 walks. There isn't a ton of home run power in his bat, but Arias remains one of baseball's toughest outs, as evidenced by his .500 batting average and .600 OBP through 3 starts. The injury to Josh Donaldson means that Arias is locked into the leadoff role and a starting third base job for a while, and his outstanding hit tool makes him an excellent addition to fantasy lineups in need of batting average, OBP, or runs scored. All right, good. Good stuff, Scott Chu. Good stuff. Now is like when I go off the rails. This is always the fun part for me. Because now I just talk about whatever I want to talk about with these guys. Savages 3. I'll actually answer that on the podcast really quickly. Here we go. Pitching performances from yesterday's games. I led with Zach Eflin in my daily SP round. He went 7 innings, pitched 1 earned run, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. He won the Golden Goal, and if you don't know that, that means he got the most whiffs of the day at 13 and the highest CSW rate at 38%. The main reason for this was that Eflin was throwing a curveball 19% of the time. If you remember last year, we saw him have that curveball a good amount, but it was only thrown over 10% of the time in half of his games. I was worried about consistency. Good to see the curveball there now. I am a little concerned that it might not be there in the next start against the Braves again, and then the Mets in the one after. So this is good. This is encouraging for Eflin, but I'm not sold that this is all of a sudden going to be him for the rest of the season. Sinker and slider both performed very well yesterday too, I should note. Shohei Ohtani, as I mentioned before, pitched against the White Sox, 4.2 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 5 walks, and 7 Ks. Amazing stuff. But, of course, the command isn't quite where we want it to be. Had some unfortunate luck. His final at-bat was a strikeout, dropped third strike. It was just a mess a bit. And I can't help but be a little bit worried in the short term. He seems like a cherry bomb through and through. I do think over time, Ohtani does become a lot more of a consistent starter. But right now, it's a little bit risky starting him, especially as he has a rough schedule ahead. Dylan Cease, 4.2 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks on the opposite side of Ohtani. He's another cherry bomb, and we're hoping that his command was fixed for this. It's not. I'm staying away from Dylan Cease. I just don't think that we're going to see an 11 strikeout, 0 walk performance we saw from spring show up anytime soon in the majors. Taylor Widener, I just want to mention this really quickly. He got the Padres. He got the win with 6 innings and 0 earned runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. I don't think he's that great. I am giving him more credit than I expected to. Fastballs at 93. He threw a lot of them that were very hittable, and it just worked out in his favor. There were moments when he can hit that fastball on the edge at 95 and then come back at a slider inside to really decimate lefties, but it's too risky for me. That the Diamondbacks do not have a good schedule. I would leave him on the wire for now. Tarek Skubal, 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks. A lot of people are in on Skubal. Sorry, I just had to burp. Yeah, Scotchy's great. He sent me the hitting blurbs. Okay. Tarek Skubal went 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 Ks against Cleveland yesterday. There are a lot of people that really are in on Skubal. Sadly, I don't think I am right now. I will be in on Skubal when he throws fewer than 60% fastballs and he performs well with at least 2 secondary pitches. We did not see that yesterday. It really was just fastball central. At 60%, his secondary stuff was pretty lacking. This was also against Cleveland. Now, he does get Cleveland again, so I think I would start him again. I'm a little hesitant, and I feel that you are putting yourself in danger by starting Skubal, and the reward, well, it could work out, but it's a tough call in my view. Jordan Lyles, 5.2 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 0 walks, and 8 Ks. You didn't expect me to talk about Lyles, but it's because he threw 29% sliders for 36% CSW yesterday. And if you're thinking to yourself, wait, does Lyles throw a slider? Well, he's normally a 4-seamer curveball guy, and all of a sudden showed up throwing these sliders and has success with it. Kind of exciting. At the same time, Lyles does not have a good schedule, and you shouldn't be jumping on Lyles right away. So yes, 8 Ks, 0 walks, really, really exciting. Royals aren't the greatest offense, and Lyles, you got to prove it a little bit more first before I'm going to buy into this. Jose Urquidy, all I want to mention with this one, he went against the A's, got removed in the 5th, but 101 pitches thrown yesterday. That's the key here. I thought that Urquidy would be around 70 pitches or so, baby gloves at first. To see 100-plus pitches means that he'll likely be going 90 at least in the next start, and hopefully he'll have more than just 2 pitches. He normally has 4 working and just had 2 yesterday. I think everything is fine. If anything, encouraging for the future for Urquidy. A couple more here. Chris Paddock, 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 3 Ks against the Diamondbacks. It's very frustrating. Still doesn't quite have that 2019 fastball yet. It was a little bit better than last year, but still not where you want him to be. I think you start him in a repeat matchup. But yeah, it's not a repeat matchup, is it? He gets a favorable one. Texas, that's it. Chris Paddock, 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks against the Diamondbacks. Got the loss. It's not what you want. He's not at the 2019 levels with his fastball. That's the issue here. However, if you've rostered Paddock, I'm still starting him next time he gets the Rangers. That should be favorable. And with a lot of these guys, especially early on in April, you got to give them some time to get into the rhythm. You can't just make these decisions always after the first start. The good news is, of course, you have the easy outing so that you can still start them and get some production while they are figuring it out. It's not a bench. So don't worry yet about Chris Paddock. Mitch Keller, 3 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. Just like Paddock, I want to give Keller a little bit more time, but You can likely drop Keller in the short term. He gets the Cubs again. I'm probably not going to start him for that. I think he just needs a little bit more time. The curveball wasn't quite there yesterday, and he's still figuring it out. Last two guys, Garrett Richards was absurdly disappointing. 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks. He had 61 pitches. I feel like that's just a Richards special. He did that last year too. And he gets the Orioles again next time. I don't think I'm going to do that. He just floundered against the Orioles. I think I'm completely out on Richards. It probably will be off the list later today. And lastly, on the other side of that was Bruce Zimmerman. 3 earned runs across 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Got the win. Really, really excellent Blake Snell blueprint. Fastballs up, secondary stuff down. This is great, but also 3 earned runs. And that was the peak, I think, for Bruce Zimmerman. I don't trust that he can do it consistently, but if the matchups play out in the future, do not overlook Zimmerman as a possible stream. All right, looking forward to today. Here is Mark with the weather. I love Mark with the weather. Thanks, Mark. Nope. Thanks, Mark. Okay, looking forward to today. My streaming pick is Carlos Rodon against the Seattle Mariners. He looked really, really good. Nick, come on. My brain shut down for a second. I was saying that. Looking forward to today. My streaming pick is Carlos Rodon against. Oh, it's not looking forward to today. I already said that with the weather. I can do this. Oh, thanks so much. Yes, 2 days future. Okay. Thanks, Mark. The stream pick of the day is Carlos Rodon against the Seattle Mariners. I liked how he pitched this spring. A lot of swings on his slider. He's had increased velocity as well. I think this is a kind of matchup that you want to capitalize on against the Seattle Mariners. And as always, I take questions from the Twitch chat for this podcast. We have 2 of them here. We have JNoons123 asks, how do we feel about Adrian Morejon today? If you guys check my daily SV matchups and streamers article on the site, you'll see that Morejon is in the questionable starts here, kind of near the bottom. I personally wouldn't take the chance. I don't know if that splitter is going to be there or not. And not to mention, I don't know if Morejon really has it in him to go a full 6. Generally, I like to throw a streamer that could go that far, and I just don't think Adrian Morejon can do that. Fur Tree Baseball has the last question. He asked, where were we wrong? Ugh, man. Sorry, it's the wrong one. Okay. And one more question. Savages3 asks, Drew Smiley over German Marquez. I think I'm going to do that today for the list. I just don't want to deal with German Marquez. It's just such a headache. He's going to pitch against the Diamondbacks inside of Coors next time. He was so bad against the Dodgers. Are you going to trust him even though it's Coors and the Diamondback? It's just too much of a headache. While Drew Smiley, I think he's pitching really well. I would certainly go after him, even though it is supposed to be today. Hopefully it's tomorrow against the Nationals. He's looked great in the spring. I think he's all ready to go. But that's going to do it for today's edition of the First Pitch Podcast. My name is Nick Pollock, and that is everything you need to know. I always want to push away the mic, and I gotta not. Okay, cool. I have a lot of things to edit. Not what I was expecting today, but you know. Were we wrong? Where were we? No, that's not it. Do that. Fur Tree Baseball has Fur Tree Base. All right. Gotta edit this out. And one more question. Do that. And one more question. That's a little too aggressive. Do that. And one more question. There we go. I will show you guys what I am doing now, as I like to do. Hey. No, I can pull that back here. Okay. True Life, what is this? True Life, I've showed too many of my friends' picture lists, and now I have to grind. I'm so sorry. We've gotten that over the years a lot, which is really touching, but also hey, I know you don't want to tell your friends about us, but also please tell your friends about us. All right. Let me see what other edits do I have. With the weather. I can do this. All right, that's that thing. Out in the future, do not overlook Zimmerman as a possible stream. All right. Looking forward to get rid of the all right. Looking forward to today. Here is Mark with the weather. Beautiful. Thanks, Mark. Okay, so now I got the thing here. Oh man, wait. It's Mark with the weather. Okay, I got really lucky there because I should have waited because now I gotta find it again, and I messed that up. Possible stream. Looking forward to today. Here is Mark with the weather. Possible stream. Looking forward to today. I completely messed up. Here is Mark. So I got to do this. But like normally I would cut it first, kind of. And now I'm okay. Cuz now I can separate it and not have to find it millions of times again. Let's mute this cuz I want to cut this out probably.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick.
Let's get rid of that. Inhale.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye? Why are you saying bye?
I got for you today. Have a good one.
You know, what do you...
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, Mark.
Today. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.
You don't need to... Ah, he's so wonderful. Okay. And then here... What is happening? Right. Oh, right. I still have more edits, so I should have waited. Oh, my God, Nick. Okay, gotta do that. But now I have to, whenever I edit out, I have to do everything now. Yesterday. Nope, that's not right. Pulled his hamstring. Yeah. Tim Anderson. So now I have to do both because I've edited the baseball. Tim Anderson was pulled with hamstring tightness in yesterday's game show. Cool. Again, so Dustin May could get, we'll see how this pans out. Could Brian Hayes hit the, especially with David Price not performing well, could get more opportunities in the rotation for now. We'll see how this, a little bit more security with Dustin May, especially with David Price not performing well inside of course that game. Byron Buck game. Byron Buxton. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. See how this pans out. I can say pans out. Could get more opportunities in the rotation for now. We'll see how this pans out. We'll see how this pans out. Can I get that in there? Could get more opportunities in the rotation for now. We'll see how. See if I can like shimmy this quickly in there. In the rotation. We'll see how this pans out. Okay, that's fine. Could Brian Hayes hit the 10-day IL with a wrist injury? And Robbie Ray is, quote, really
that's an easy thing for me to do later.
Walsh has hit fifth in both of his starts and is building a cat early in the season. Good job. And then oh, boy. And then there's Luis Arias, 3 for 3 with a double, a run batting average, OBP, or runs scored. Cool. Then it's my shtick. Pitching performances from yesterday's games. I live with Zach Eflin in my daily SP round. He wants, and the highest CSW rate at 38%. The main reason for this was that Eflin was throwing a curveball at 19%. Tarek Skubal, 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs for it.
Oh, it's this one. Yeah, there's a Skubal thing.
Tarek Skubal went 5.1 innings, 2 earned runs for it, 2 walks, and to really decimate lefties, but it's too risky for me. Lefties, but it's too risky.
That's fine, whatever. And then there's this
matchup, but yeah, it's actually it's not a
that was the
repeat
Paddock
matchup,
thing, right?
But still not where you want him. Chris Paddock, a couple more here. Chris Paddock for.
No, I'll get rid of the. Well, I can get rid of a couple more.
Chris Paddock. Chris Paddock here. Chris Paddock.
I can do that. Sorry. I hope this is entertaining for you guys to see the whole process. Sometimes, like I get so excited when I make no edits.
A couple more here. Chris Paddock, 4 innings. Cheer for Urquidy. A couple more here.
What is that?
Couple more here. Chris Paddock, 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 4. And with a lot of these guys, especially early on in April. This is all fine now. I think I'm good. So just put you here and then here. Okay. Now I need to get the theme. Actually, no, I need to. Whoops. I was hitting S for some reason. I gotta apply that lovely chain as I get the theme. Ready? If you guys want to hear like what the difference is, I hope like you just heard it 20 million times that you know exactly what it is, because it's unbelievably different.
So baby gloves at first.
I mean, oh
to
my
see
God.
100+ pitches means
It's just like, how did I ever live without it? I don't know. I just don't know. Let's pull this here. That's the line we look for. And then we zoom out, bring it all the way down here. Make sure we're fine.
what is happening? Welcome to the First Pitch Pod.
There we go. And we're good. Cool. Export audio. Today is the 5th because Fast got the other ones. Load OTC. Nope. This is not OTC. First pitch. Cool. And then we go to. All right, so I'll bring this back here. Hey guys. Then we get Omni going. I might have missed it. Did you mention Arietta in the podcast? Oh, I didn't. Thanks for doing that. Arietta didn't go yesterday. That's right. Yeah, pretty much what I said in the roundup. We're like, I guess I'd trust him again against the Pirates. I mean, a lot of sinkers, bad sliders. His curveball was what worked on Saturday. Sinkers were fine. They worked on Saturday, but I guess they could work again. Sorry, Custom Stash. I meant to bring that one up. But yeah, he's not like, it's not a must add. It's not like a clear stream, that kind of thing. I think there's still too much. There's more hesitation with him than I'd like. Cool. We're gonna upload this. Where are we at? 920. Okay, that's pretty solid. I'll take 920 comfortably ahead of the. Ahead of the deadline that I gave myself. We're making this public. I'm gonna upload the thing, and we're almost all set here. I hope you guys are okay, by the way. We're not doing an article on the site with the podcast too. We used to do that. We do it for OTC, but we figured like every day there's all this already so much content on the mornings. We stopped to do that. There we go. First Pitch Podcast is out. Woo! We did it. So that took 25 minutes essentially. Well, from like recording to being published, right? Because I started like 8:55. When it came to notes, I guess it started like 8:45, right? So, all right, so 35 minutes. I'm just trying to essentially like I want to get us into a schedule where, okay, Nick, by 8:45 you have to, essentially by 8:40, 8:45 I have to be starting to make the notes, and then I have to be recording no later than 9 o'clock. And you guys gotta be like, Nick, 9 o'clock, let's go. I'm gonna trust you for that. But yeah, next is us is the streamers for today, so I'll get to that right after this. All right, I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope your Mondays are going to be good ahead, and lovely week ahead of you. We have more baseball coming, which is great. We have baseball every day. It's crazy. We're gonna have baseball every day for a long time. Can't wait. Hope you placed all of your lovely waiver bids, and they all were successful and did great things. That's all that really matters, honestly, for those in weekly leagues. But yeah, let's keep going here. All right. Okay. Now, weather's going to be beautiful this week in New York City. Is that right? What do we got? Oh, yeah. We got 66 highs today and tomorrow, 64 on Wednesday, 58 on Thursday, 54 on Friday. Yeah. Love that. I'm excited. I mean, I'm not really going to get out today. Mondays are not the day that I get out. Like, I'll be back here at noon for the list. Then I got to essentially get up essentially from like noon to 3 or 4, really. Just like get the list out. And then right after that, Fast comes over at like 5:30 or so. Because he's got work till 5. And then yeah. And then so then we record. Then I have the dev meeting at 9, and then I have another meeting at 7. So like today's not the day I get out. Like Mondays, I've purposely done this. Like I like to front load the week, because I'm most of the time just kind of excited to like get back into doing the things, and then so I put everything at the beginning of the week. It's time of Wheeler, so that would mean that this, yeah. We got to clone the streamers. Okay. Oh man, I gotta say these SP streamer graphics that Quincy Dong made are just freaking amazing. Where's Monday? Cool. So we have to copy this. Oh, first I gotta double check it. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Oh man, okay. Well, it should be there from yesterday. So it should be actually pretty easy for me to remove Scherzer. Remove Smiley. Oh my god. Oh man. We have no sorry, you guys can't see this yet. Sorry, I'll change that in a second. But we have no like we have 2 auto starts and 1 probably start. And that's it. Okay. Hey y'all. I can do that for you. So what I'm going to do right now, as I always do, is I go to RotoWire's projected starters because it's amazing. Essentially, Colin Charles makes this for me. Gets like, hey, I think these are the starters. And like structured in this way for me to make a table because he's the best. Thank you, Colin Charles. And then I need to double check it. If you guys aren't subscribed to RotoWire, like they do an amazing job with this. And I essentially just zoom down and just do find, not Control F, to make sure that all of them are here. Good. Rodon. Arena. And like essentially if I can't find anyone, that means I didn't put it there. I was like, Brian Anderson. No, I want Shoemaker. Okay, cool. Grom is there. Montgomery's there. I know that. Morehone. Yeah, this looks like we got this one. Cool. So I just need to put this out and how do I structure this? What do I call it? Just sorry, starting pitchers. Okay. And then make this yellow. Generate HTML. Go into here. And then we're going to copy this guy. Takes a moment. How do you feel about Freddie Peralta versus the Cubs? Honestly, I'm a little worried. I think it's kind of like the Logan Webb thing. Like, yeah, we're excited. Don't worry. I'm looking forward to watching Freddie Peralta, but how many innings is he going to go? Like, his command was still chaotic on Thursday. It's a risk. It's a cherry bomb still. Like, he's not. Is he the next Corbin Burns? I don't think so. Corbin Burns' command is absurdly good with that cutter. It's like way, way better than I think we were giving it credit. Like, I wasn't. Okay, so that is done for today. So tomorrow is it needs to be completed. So we got to do this. Tomorrow's, by the way, if you want the sheet, it's part of PL Plus. Colin Charles is the best. Once again, as you all know by now. Let's move these over here so I can bring them back. All right, let's start ranking, huh? Actually, first we gotta double check again. Oh, Alzolay, there we go. What's up? Good morning, GV number. Good to have you. I think I'm gonna try and roll with Frankie Montes. Good luck. Montes is questionable for a reason. Like it's his first start. We don't really quite know if he's there yet. Oh, Alcantara's going again tomorrow. I'm so excited. But it's also the Dodgers, man. The Dodgers are scary as anything. Trevor Cahill's going. Wow. I didn't realize that the Pirates had Trevor Cahill. Trevor Cahill, like, every year shows up for some random team and has at least one, like, hey, what you doing there, Cahill? Every single year. Okay. So we're good here. Let's start throwing them around. So, yes. I prefer Cole, of course. Sandy, where are you? You're going to be up there. You're going to be up there. You're going to be up there. Honestly, I think you're 2. You Darvish. Seattle, yeah, I would say given how Giolito to perform versus Darvish, this is fine. Very slightly. Mize, you're going to the bottom. Same with you. Sanchez, Bassett's questionable. Kershaw, auto. Oh, wait, what? Oh, right, no, I'm sorry. I thought of Montes. Yeah. Right. It's still questionable. This is here. I'm going to put Wade Miley in questionable. I know that people are going to be like, what? I'm like, yeah. No. It's a questionable start. No. Alzolay is a questionable start. No. Definitely no. Sorry, Pack. Weaver. This is a probable start. No. I mean, no. This isn't in order yet. I'm just kind of throwing them around. Dean Kramer's a questionable. Canning's a no. And this is a probable. Okay. Cole, Giolito, Darvish, Scherzer, Greinke, Glasnow. No, I want Glasnow ahead. I honestly want this right now. Nah, the wise thing is to be more safe with Greinke. Oh, Kershaw's here. Whoops. Probably saying what? It's because of like how amazing that slider was. I'm just no, I can't do this. Can't do this. Still too volatile. Too soon. Is that the end of auto starts? Yes, probably start. Stroman, Smiley. Paxton against the White Sox. Yeah. Hap. Questionable. So I think that's right. That's right. Ugh. This is kind of shaky. I mean, it's a questionable start. Fine. Who I like? I'll go from like the worst up. I don't think Gant goes long enough. Well, that's still. All right, there we go. Ta-da! Dunzo. All right. Sandy. Oh yeah, Shelly. I say it as much as I can. I still think about our podcast where you were high on Shelly entering 2020, and I was like, how could you? And I regret it so much, so much. Well, that's gonna happen for a tree. I think he has it because it's Miami. I have it. I do not start because I just don't really believe much in John Gant. And I also wonder how long he'll go. But yeah, I don't know. Like John Gant is just kind of like and maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe Lucas Zanobi is, he's got this. But that's gonna happen, and that's okay. I feel like it's good to have different opinions, and not just like, the way of of Nick Pollock is the only way. Like that's not true whatsoever. Now I have this Sabaton song stuck in my hand, The Way of the Sword. Like The Last Stand. It's such a catchy power metal song from Sweden. But now this is what you've done to me. Okay. We put this in the table maker. Tomorrow's starting pitchers. Who is a streamer pick? Hap is rostered in too many, right? It's kind of funny. Like, essentially, I put this out. The streamer pick is just automatically whoever I have highest that is rostered in fewer than, no, look at that. Fewer than 20% of leagues. So, like, I'm sure there will be a day that I will forget to put the thing and people will be like, hey, who's the streaming pick? Literally, it's just the highest pick available, so I just so you guys know, it's to keep me honest about it. All right, cool. So I have to go in the back here. All right, so now this is what you guys wanted last time. We're going to do it this time. I'm going to write the fantastic notes. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, man. How do we think about Justice Sheffield today? Well, Justice Sheffield. He's in the do not start because he's going against the White Sox. I think the White Sox offense is really good, especially against the lefty. I know I put Paxton higher because I feel like just Paxton's really, really good. I put him in probably start, not like auto start, but anyway, Sheffield, I don't like his sinker. I think he has too much to fix. It's not like there are moments when his slider's really good, but it's just a lot of question marks of what you're going to get out of Sheffield, and I would just not want to go with it. I don't believe. I don't doubt that like Gant had a nice season in the pen, but it's just he's not a real starter. You know, he's not going to be stretched he's not going to go 6 innings. Do it. I don't really think that's a very high probability. So then already okay, so he's not going to go long in this game. So then how far into it? It's always a question of what is the reward, what is the risk, and like what are the probabilities of each. And for me in a 12-teamer, I wouldn't go after I wouldn't go after the risk of starting John Gant. I think Molly was great. His fastball is really good. Slider wasn't as commanded as well as I want it to be. But I mean, Molly, you feel great about him, especially considering that he's like getting his pitch count going up. He was able to go reasonably deep. Should be good moving forward. Really nice schedule. Molly is very encouraging. Good stuff. Good stuff, Molly. All right, I am going to write this now. I don't think I need to actually edit anything here. Finally, we get Jacob deGrom, not Scherzer. Cool. Okay. Nothing else was removed. It was Smiley versus Scherzer. Cool. Let's write some wonderful notes, huh? Some classic, fantastic, the best notes. All right. Let me just take a look at the table here. Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. Hi, who is that? Chinatown 11744. You're great. Pseudo LG as well. And GRV LGD. Beardo Jake. Look at all you, bro, Pat. Ryan Kim. Yesterday's Future. It's Bodie. Zetters. Speedbender. Indigo Apple. All of you, thank you so much for the follows. Am I supposed to, like, someone was telling me, hey, Nick, you got to, like, set up things for subs or whatever, like a sub hype train or I don't know. I'm just discovering all this stuff with Twitch, but yeah, if you want a sub, you're awesome too. Anyway, hey, thanks for the follow, and D Brian. Uh, no need for the exclamation point. um. I'm not gonna abbreviate. Not abbreviate. Initialize stream pick of the day. Oh my god. Did you see? We're just not. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Oh my lord. I hope you guys don't know why I'm laughing. Let's just leave it at that. Who's the best matchup? Morton versus Philly, Tyone versus Baltimore, Stroman at Philly. That's a great question. Okay, so with Tyone against Baltimore, I would say that is the best matchup. But as far as the best start, Tyone likely will not be throwing like 90 innings. And then he will, likely won't be throwing 90 pitches. While Morton, I think from yesterday or from his previous start, will be, throwing more. Same with Stroman. I think the safest is Tyone, honestly. But I think it is pretty close. Morton is probably my favorite one. It's going to be Morton over Stroman, though. So it's between Morton and Tyone there. Shut up, Ben. Kyle, you're ridiculous. You are a ridiculous man. Thank you. Let's see here. Pretty. Man, I'm struggling this morning. Yeah, I don't like that phrase. Who else is it? Yeah, yes. I want to link to Sperry's thing. Yeah, I want to find that. That just cracks me up too much. I'm gonna scroll. Oh my god, how much do you tweet? You tweet a lot. Okay. What did you put out? Well, you learn something every day. The cuticle is the base of your face. Oh, there you go. The cuticle, not the cuticle. The cuticle. I messed it up. Okay. Where? Oh man, my God, I'm scrolling forever. I know there probably was a better way to find this. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Copy link to tweet. Whoops. That's how you spoke of Brian Hayes, right? Am I messing this up? I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, okay. Each still carry a creaky floor. Each. Okay. Each carries. He carries. They carry. Each carries. Okay. And then that's it. All right. Despite the rough matchup, nope. Tough, rough. No, I want to have independence. Sweet. This should be good to go. Let's go for 1040. We're all set. Boom. Tough acting to Nacton. Oh man, it's 9:50. So I got about 10 minutes left, guys. Feel free to ask any sort of questions, anything you have. Thanks for pushing me to get my early work done. This is like the purpose of the stream, which is fantastic. Morden and Tyone, I wish the Pirates could have gotten great pitchers like that. Oh man. It won't be with stream without a gift sub. This is true. Oh yeah, Cole. Oh man. Oh, look at you, custom stats. You can use the sub emotes now. Look at that. Oh yeah, Sperry. I was talking about like the Wade Miley glorious schedule thing. What is gorgeous? What is pretty? Which still kills me. Oh, Shane Baz, right? I forgot about that. Ha. Rocker. Yeah, I hope so. The Pirates drafted Walker Buehler but couldn't sign him. The Yankees drafted Cole, but I don't think they signed him, right? Too long. Too long until the Pirates compete again. I mean, they just need to like overhaul their entire thing. He could go 5. Morejon could go. Morejon could go 5. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at like a 4.2 inning game. It's kind of what my head is decided on for Adrian Morejon. But yeah, it's possible. You'll have to cruise a little bit. You know, I think they're not going to let him go past like 75 pitches or something like that, Peter Jake. Do I still need to hold Sixto Sanchez? Absolutely. I really don't think there's... I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. We expected like 150 innings from Sixto anyway. It's kind of convenient that... I mean, yes, it does stink that the roster spot hurts to not have in April. but it'll be really nice once 6-0 arrives that we will just constantly get him every 5 days, as opposed to kind of figuring out how he gets those innings, you know? Percent chances, they will not beat DeGrom. I don't know what the noun is. I'm sorry. The Phillies, probably, because it's against Matt Moore or something like that. Yeah. What was my max velo in college? I was never really I never had a velocity rating for the most part. There was one one relief appearance my junior year. It was in Florida. I've never felt like better. And I know like the exact pitch that was like threw was the hardest. It was like 83, 84. I know that was like the hardest pitch I ever threw. But yeah, I mean, I was like a 79, 80 mile per hour. I had the worst mechanics ever. It was pretty bad. It was not flexible. All this stuff that like you need to be like throwing harder. And I mean, 6'4", I should have been throwing better, but I wasn't. 6 was a potential keeper for next season because I drafted him. Oh, sweet. Yeah, custom staff. Hold on to him. Sitting Montes first start against LA, I think so. How about holding McKenzie? McKenzie is probably going to get a start in a week, like Sunday or Monday, something like that. It's up to you. Do you need a start this week? If you do, I think there are certain guys like J. Happ, for example, 7% rostered, I think I saw on Fantasy Pros, so something to consider there. And hey, thanks, We Leg and B, W Leg and B. Thanks so much for the follow. That's actually a long time ago. Purple Otter 1. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. I'll also be back here at noon today for the list, recording on the corner later tonight. What a nice way to wake up, though, right? This is just lovely, absolutely lovely. But yeah, I think actually I'm gonna end this a little early today. It's 9:55. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow morning at 8:30. I'll be back here at noon. I figured out what was happening, why the streams were ending too soon before. The hotkey was set to Control Delete to end the stream, and I certainly do that while typing at times. Smiley or Morden versus Philly? I'd do both. I think I prefer Morden over Smiley, but I'd start both. But all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow morning. See you today at noon. And yeah, it's always good. It's like super fun starting the day with all of y'all. So see you guys.